Good morning, students. Today we start our fifth unit, that is graphs. Okay, so you already know the tree. So, what is tree means? Tree has zero or more nodes, but tree does not contain any cycles or any directions. So, here tree is a non-linear data structure. Okay, now we move to the another non-linear data structure. We call it as a graph. Okay. See here. So what is a graph? So a graph is a data structure that contains set of vertices and set of edges. Graph consisting of set of vertices and set of edges which connect to the pair of vertices. We call it as a graph. So a vertex is, we call it as a vertex, or a node can be connected to any number of other vertices using edges. So what is edge here? Edge is a connection between one vertex to the another vertex. We call it as an edge. So edges are two types here. One may be direct edges are there, or edges may be bidirectional or directed. So I will show what are the directed and bidirectional edges. Okay, and some edges may have weight on it that indicates a cost of traversing over that edge in the graph. So here some weighted edges are there, and some some weighted edges are there, some bidirectional edges are there, some direct edges are there. We will discuss all these in next slides. Next, okay, so see here, this is an example of graph. So here, what are the vertices here? So vertices are nothing but our nodes here. That is A, B, C, D are our vertices. Okay, and these line indicates the edge. Okay, so this is an undirected edge. So here A to C is path is there, and C to A is also path there. So that is, we call it as a bidirectional. So this edge we call it as a bidirectional. You can traverse from A to C and C to A also. So this is undirected graph. So directed graph means it represented with an arrow. In which direction we have to traverse, it will represented by an arrow direction. So here A to C is a path is there, and C to A is also path there. So here from A to D only, there is no path from D to A. So here direction indicates from A to D only. So this type of graph we call it as a directed graph. Okay, clear students? So here we have okay. So here graph consists of vertices and edges. I already told you graph consists of vertices V and a set of edges. These pair of edges we call it as a edges. Okay. If the pair of edges are unordered, this is unordered means undirected graph. This is a directed graph. This is a direction. This is a undirected graph. Here this is a tree. Tree is also a graph, but in tree only zero or more nodes are there, but they are not cyclics. Here is cyclic and here is directional. These two, these two are not, we call it as a tree. Okay, tree has only no cycle are there and no directions are there in tree. Okay, so this is undirected graph. This is directed graph. Okay. This is about the graph. Now coming to the next, what is undirected graph terminology? See here, what are the vertices here? So what are the vertices here? V equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Here, these are the vertices. And what are the edges? We are considering, for example, E equal to edges means A, to B is there, and A to C is there, and then we move to the B. B to E is there, B to I is there, B to H is there. Okay, just write in alphabetical order, and C, then consider C, C to D, and C to E, and A to C also there. So you cannot write that A to C or C to A same. So just write only this one. Okay, A to C or C to A is bidirectional. So just represent any one path here. That indicates, because it is an undirected graph, if you represent one path, means there is a direction, there is a path from A to B and B to A also. Okay, so that's why we represent one. So this is the undirected graph terminology. So in the exam point of view, all if he may ask about the terminologies, you just write this type of, okay. Here here E equal to C comma D. Okay, C is an edge indicate upon the vertices C and D. So there is a here two vertices are there, that is C and D, they connected by an edge E. So E means here edge. Okay, for example, if two vertices X and Y adjacent, if X comma Y is an edge in E. Okay, so a path in G is a sequence of distinct vertices, each adjacent to the next. Okay, so a path is simple if no vertex occur twice in the path. Here only A to B is there and B to A is there, do not represent twice times. Okay, that is our condition here. Then a cycle in G in a path G containing at least 3 vertices. So how we represent the cycle? We do not represent the cycle with 2 vertices, at least 3. So you have minimum 3 vertices you can represent with cycle. More than 3 also you can represent with cycle. Just if you represent the cycle means, see here, this is one cycle. See here, BHIR in cycle. So if you represent the cycle, you need at least 3 vertices. That means the last vertex in the sequence in the ascent to the first vertex in the sequence. Okay, this is first and this is last. So these both are connected. That means it is a cycle. The last, if you start one position and visit all, then last vertex visit again the first vertex, then it is called a cycle. Okay, this is one cycle, and ABEC is also cycle, and only 2 cycles are there in this graph. So another, see here, if a graph G is connected, if any 2 vertices X and Y in G, there is a path in the vertex X and the last vertex XX and XY. So if a graph is connected means there is a path from one vertex to another vertex. Here this graph is different and this graph is different. So here these two graphs are not connected because there is no path from D to E. So this is another graph, this one is another graph. So here there is a edges here, so this is a connected graph. This is not a connected graph. These are two different graphs because there is no edge from DT or C to F or some here to here. Okay, the next here, if a graph is G is not connected, then we say that maximal connected set of vertices is component of G. Okay, when G is not connected, so this is a different graph and this one is different set of graph. So okay, when graph is not connected means that that means how we connect, how we tell that graph is not connected means here these are set of vertices are there. E, F, G are connected to G, and here these are connected to another graph. So these are we connected with as two graphs G1 and G2. So G1 contains A, B, C, D, H, I, but G2 contains C, F, G. Okay. Next we coming to the directed graph. Directed graph means here we represent some directions are there. See here, for example, E equal to edge, edge equal to C comma D. So D comma D, there is an edge from C to D only. You can move from C to D. And a directed graph in a directed graph is a sequence of distinct vertices such that there is an edge from each vertex in the sequence of next vertex. Here A we start here, the next vertex is B, then the next vertex is H, and next vertex is I. So in this sequentially you are connecting, that we call it as a sequence, the sequence of next edge is there. Okay. So the sequence of distinct vertices means you just move in sequence order. So what is weakly connected graph? What is strongly connected graph? So weakly connected means if that both the graphs are not connected, then we call it as weakly connected. So in the graph all vertices are connected one to one, then we call it as a strongly connected. So here what is strongly connected? If given any two vertices x and y in G, there is a direct path in G from x to y, then we call it as a strongly connected. There is no direct path from x to y. We traverse some path and then visit that one, we call it as a weakly connected graph. Then we move to the representation of graph. So graph may be represented in matrix representation and linked representation. Okay. So V means vertices, E means edges, you already know. So matrix represented by two-dimensional eccentric matrix. So here just first you write the number of vertices in row and number of vertices in column. Okay. That is see here this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just write in alphabetical order, numeric order. 7, 8. So first you write this type of matrix in this order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So first you consider 0. Sorry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when you a connection from 0 to 0, so there is no path from 0 to 0. So if there is a path, there is an edge, you represent with 1, there is no edge, you represent with 0. From 0 to 0 means in this direction there is no path, so you just represent with 0. And 0 to 1 there is a path is there, represented with 1. And 0 to 2 also path is there, represent 1. And 0 to 3 there is no path, 0. 0 to 4 no path, 0 to 5 you represent with direct path or direct edge, then only you can represent it with 1. Otherwise here from remaining here 0 to 6 there are no 7, there are no edge, so directly there are no edge, so that's why you represented with 0. So this is the representation of graph in adjacent matrix. Consider 1. So here 1, 1 to 0 is a 1 to 0 is any path? No, 0. 1 to 1 there is a self, there is no path, 0. And 1 to 2 also no path, 1 to 3 also no path. And 1 to 4 there is a path. And 1 to 5 there is no path. 1 to 6. 1 to 6 there is no path. 1 to 7 there is a path, and 1 to 8 there is a path. So in this way, how to represent the SNT matrix. So another one is you can only here you can represent the SNC nodes also. That is, if you are considering one is matrix, then we represent with SNC nodes. So how will represent with SNC nodes? See here 0 0 SNT, there is a direct path. What are the SNT vertices directly? There is a path 1 and 2. So here you can represent 1 and 2. Then consider 1. 1 has direct path is 4 7 8 4 7 8. 2 2 has 0, sorry, 2 has 3 and 4 only. 2 to 0 is the path also. Okay, 2 so 3 has no outgoing, so 0 represent. So this is another representation. Okay, clear students? Clear students, are any doubt? Okay, thank you, sir. This is another way. Just if there is a direct edge, you can represent in this way. Then the similar way you have to represent it in linked form. You can represent it the same manner in linked form. This representation we can done in linked form. We are considering 0 and we store the next node address here. That is next node address is 1 and 1 2 there is a path is there, and here 2 and last one is the 2 2 there is no another path, means from 0 it starts at vertex 0. G has direct vertices are 1 and 2, so we represent 1 and 2, represent after 2 there is no another path, so we represent with null. So this is, we call it as list. One is matrix SNT matrix representation, the another one is SNT list representation. Okay, clear student? SNC matrix and SNC list representation. So then consider one has 0, just store in numerical order. Okay, from ascending order, from low to high you can store the elements. In alphabetical order you have to store in alphabetical order. In numbering ascending order you can store. If you considering one has a path 0 4 and 5. So here 0 4 and 5. So we are using here link. So here 4 address is stored here, 0 address is stored here. So this is another way of representation of SNT list representation. Okay, clear students? This is SNT list representation. Okay, clear students? Okay. So next one is in tree we have tree traversal technique also there. So in graph also we have graph traversal techniques are also there here. 1 minute, students. So we have SNT list are there and SNC multi list also there. One minute, students, just wait. Okay, just see, tomorrow we will discuss about SNC multi-list. Then now we move to the another one. See here, students. Okay, just see. So SNT matrix, SNT list, and SNT multi-list representation. So we here assets of the graph. So SNT matrix how we represent. So here we have 0. This is one graph, and how we represent this graph from we have different verses 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 0 to 0. No path 0, 0 to 1 there is a path, and 0 to 3 path, 0 to 2 paths so represented. Okay. So this graph how we represent 0, 1, 2. Okay, I am explaining with another example for representation 0, 1, 2, and here also 0, 1, 2. So 0 to 1 there is a path, 0 to 0 no path, 0 to 0 means self there is no path, self means in this way, and 0 to no path, and 1 to 0 is a path, 1 to 1 no path, and 1 to 2 is also path. So this is a SNT matrix representation. Okay, then we move to the SNT list. Here 0 has 1, 2, 3. In last we represent with null. For this graph, this is the representation. Okay. For this graph, this is the representation. So for this graph, here 0 to 1 is path. Remaining 1 to 0 is path. 2, 3 is also path. 2 to there is no path. So this is graph 3. So in this way, you have to represent the graph using list. Okay. Now we move to the Next one. That is so this representation we call it as a orthogonal representation. So 0 is there. So 0 to 1 path is there, 1 to 2 paths for this graph. Just you remember these three only. Ascent multilix. Here, how we represent an ascent multilix means an edge is an undirected graph is represented by two nodes in ascent list. So ascent multilist contains here marked vertex 1, vertex 2, path 1, path 2. Remember, so list in which nodes may shade among several lists. So first is marked, another one is vertex, and this one is path 1 and vertex, then next path 1, vertex 2, path 2. So example of this ascent matrix. See here we have this graph is there. Okay, see students, you have this graph. So how many 0, 1, 2, 3. So first we consider, first you have to write the different possibilities of this edge 0, 1, 0, 2 and 0, 3. Then you can represent 1, 2, 1, 3. Next you can represent 2, 3. So in this way you have to write the edges. So first starts at 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Then ascending order, next one is 1, 1, 2, 0 is there. So 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Next you have to move to the next edge 2, 2 to 0 is there, 2 to 1 is there, 2 to 3 is not there, just write 2 to 3. Okay. So first you have to take it as N1. First we are considering N1. So in first box you represented null. So what are the vertex 1 and vertex 2? Vertex 1 is 0, vertex 2 is 1. Then 0 to next path, what is the next path is 0 to, where we have to move next, we have to move 0 to 2. Okay, 0 to 2. Okay, so after 0, 1, we move to the 0, 2. That's why represented it 2. So here, yeah, next path is 1. 1 is there, then 1, 2, here we have to move is 2. So 1 to 2 is here. So we move to N4. Okay, then come here. Next vertex is 0, 2. So from 0 to 1, then we move to the 3. Where is 3? Here. Here is 3. So first path is N3. Next 2 to move to the 3. 2 to 3 is there here. That is N6. So you just write this in ascending order. Okay. Then you have to check the graph. Okay, students. So 0 to 1 and here 1 is also there. 1 to 0 to 1 here. Then this one is 0 to 2. This one is 0 to 3. Okay. So how we represented means, see here you can clearly understand by seeing this. One is marked. We just represented with this symbol. Then what we have to do, then vertex 1. Then where next path is, where we have to move. Vertex 2, the next path. Okay, clear? So first you have to write the different possibility edges here. Okay, first 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Next 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then 2, 2 to 1 is there, 2 to 2, 2 to 3. Next 3 to 1, 3 to all is there. So just stop here. The same you have to represent like here. Okay. So after this, after writing this one, Okay, 1 minute. I am representing here. Clearly see students here. Now you can understand. First you write this one and these boxes. So for example, I am writing only 2 boxes here. Here, this one is empty, then 0, 1. Okay, because I represented it 0, 1, so I represented 0, 1. Then 2 boxes here. Next, this one is N1, then N2. So what is N2 here? N2 is 0, 2. So 0, 2. Next, N3 is 0, 3. So you first write in this manner, then you can clearly understand what is going on here. 0, 3. Okay. So just another one I also draw here. N4, after that I will explain. N4 is 1, 2. Okay. So from 0, next path from 0, what to move here? From 0 to 1 we move here. So 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 means, so 0 to 1 we start here. After 0 to 1 is over, then where we next path where here? So starting we have considered 0, 1. So 0, 1 consider. After 1 is over, then 0 to 2 is there. So 0 to 2, where the path here we call it as N2. So represented here N2. Okay, next we start 1, 1 to 0 is over, then 1 to 3 we move. So 1 to 3, where is the path here? Sorry, 1 to 2, where is the path here? N4. So represented with N4. 1 to 2, there is a path is N4, we represent with 1. Okay. Next, after 0 to 1 is over, 0 to over, then 0 to 3. So 0 to 3 means which path? 0, 3, N3. Represented here N3. Next 0 over, then 2 consider. So 2 to 0, 2 to 0 is over, then we move to the 2 to 1. So 2 to 1 or 1 to 2, we call it as N4. So that is N4. Okay, clear. Then 0 to 1 is over, 0 to 2 is over, 0 to 3 is over. So there is no path from 0 to other vertex. So represent here null. See here represented with null. Then move 3. So 3 to 0 is over, 3 to 1 is not over. So we move to the 3 to 1 is N5. So here represent with N5. Clear students? In this way, you have to represent the adjacent multi list. Okay, then after 0, 3, then we move to the 1 to 2. So 1 to 0 is over and 1 to 2 is also over. Then move to the 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 is N5. So 1 to N5 means N5. Then 2 to 0 is over and 2 to 3 is not over. So 2 to 3 is N6, so represented here S. So next link, next move where we go, that is represented in first you consider 0 node, then next path. 1 node, then next path where you so this is SND multi list. So tomorrow we will discuss about graph traversal techniques. That is, one is depth first set, another one is breadth first set. Very important in tree traversal. We perform in order, pre-order, post-order. In exam point of view, if we ask about graph traversal technique, we just write depth first search and breadth first search. So these two techniques are used to visit the each vertex in the given graph by using these two traversal techniques. And tomorrow we will see these two graph techniques. And so today we end the session, and tomorrow we will discuss about graph traversal techniques, DFS and BFS. Okay. Anybody has any queries, please write a message in chat box. Okay, today we end the session. Tomorrow we will discuss. Thank you.